That's the best part, Sam. We're still not even close to nowhere close to what the final goal is,
Yep.
right?
Right.
To at least is play in the last game of the season, and then hope that the ball bounces your way and you end up winning. But now that we are done with the Heat, Indiana comes in. One of the few teams that have a winning record against the Cavs this year, 3-1. Even though if you go deeper, those last two games were the last game of the season, where the Cavs blew a 20-point lead with 5 guys playing for like Tom Thibodeau or JJ Redick style, playing the whole second half and overtime. And also, it's a matchup that I said for some reason Indiana is always a tough series for the Cavs, no matter what the personnel is.
Well, they have usually playoff basketball is kind of grinded out a little bit. It's going to be more physical in any series, but Indiana, obviously high-octane offense, right? Halliburton, Siakam, Miles Turner hits threes. So they just play a very different style than I think anybody else in the playoffs. And, that's just something the Cavs will have to be on their toes. But I think, as Booby said, it's not so much about the opponent as it is if we do the things we do, I think the Cavs look at it, we're going to be just fine against anybody. If we get the contributions, not just from the stars like the Mitchells and the Garlands when he's healthy and Allen and Mobley, but the Max Struses, the Sam Merrills, the Ty Jeromes and DeAndre Hunters, if those things happen like they've been happening all season, they should be okay.
I always find it amazing, Booby, and to be honest, it was J.B. Bickerstaff who started this trend of always having at least 2 All-Stars on the court, 48 minutes,
Sure.
right? And Kenny has gone with the M&M boys, with Mitchell and Mobley, and then switching to Froland with Jared and Garland. And then you put 3 guys that are not only capable of coming off the bench and playing defense, which is what wins championships, but also scoring, which is what really goes down in the playoffs. So I think what you were saying about just playing your role, we have 10 guys that know exactly what they have to do, especially those first 2 guys that comes off the bench. And you have talked about this on and on in this show, how coming off the bench, the great guys know what is it that is needed to bring in to add to the mix to continue with the success. And that's what Jerome and Hunter have been able to do.
I mean, I cannot say enough about Ty Jerome because I've been in that seat where you watch the game and you see the guys, they start off slow and it kind of gets your juices flowing. Like, okay, it's my turn. I need to come in and just pick up full court or come in and just get the guys going, like with anything, a quick bucket or whatever. But you understand the flow of the game and you're able to dictate the pace from the bench. And Ty is just time and time again came into that game and found a way. It ain't always scoring. It might be assisting, whatever it is, and found a way. And I think every single guy has been empowered all season by Coach coming into the game. And so every guy feels like even if they're not getting the shot, it might come. They all feel a part of everything we're doing. And so it's just great to see this team chemistry because with the great teams, the teams that go far, are the teams that look like they enjoy playing together, look like they enjoy playing for each other. And you don't see these guys smiling enough. I just saw these guys at the Guardians game last night all together. I think...
Man, they stayed to the 9th inning, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That one was amazing.
It's showing through and through on the court and off the court what these guys are about. And I think that's why the fans are getting behind this crew as well because they're representing what Cleveland is all about. We come together, we stick together.
What should be the key of the game, of the series, Sam? You got the starters, you got them. What matchups are you intrigued by? Is it the bench? Is it the fact that we had battles of 2 really good coaches? Because Carlisle is a guy that has been there and done that and knows how to make adjustments and has coached all types of superstars and all types of players and get the best out of his players. So where do you see the series turning for the Cavs?
I would think the depth would be the key, but, what I'm most interested to see is the big guys. How are Allen and Mobley matching up with Miles Turner and Pascal Siakam, 2 very talented players. But as Booby just said, you've got the defensive player of the year in Mobley, a really good defender in Jared Allen. And, the Pacers' bigs are going to extend the court a little bit. So how do the Cavs go about defending that? Obviously, watching Darius Garland or Donovan Mitchell, I'm sure they'll take turns, and I'm sure Max Strus will take turns trying to defend Tyrese Halliburton. So all of those things are going to be keys to watch. But every time I start thinking about, the Pacers create these matchup problems, I'm like, yeah, but they got to guard the Cavs too.